What if I told you that the most anticipated matchup at Wimbledon just got turned upside down in the most spectacular way possible? The Filipina sensation, who was supposed to face the greatest player in tennis history, instead walked onto court 12 and delivered an absolute masterclass against the woman who shattered that dream. Maya Joint, the Australian who stunned Serena Williams on centre court, was supposed to be a threat. Instead, she became Alex Eala's latest victim in a performance so dominant, so ruthless, so devastating that the tennis world is still picking its jaw up off the floor. This was not just a match. This was a statement. This was revenge. And you will not believe the scoreline. The tennis world had been salivating at the prospect. Alex Eala versus Serena Williams. The 21-year-old Filipina sensation against the 23-time Grand Slam champion. It was the match that everyone wanted to see. The passing of the torch. The battle of generations. The ultimate test for the rising star from Manila. But tennis has a way of shattering expectations, and Wimbledon 2026 delivered the ultimate twist. Maya Joint, the 20-year-old Australian, who had struggled all season with a back injury and a ranking that had plummeted from number 28 to number 87, did the unthinkable. She stepped onto centre court, faced the legend herself, and walked away with a 6-3, 6-7, 6, 6-3 victory that sent shockwaves through the tennis world. The Australian, who had lost her last 11 matches coming into Wimbledon, showed maturity beyond her years to deny Williams a triumphant return. The 44-year-old legend had saved a match point in the second-set tiebreak and even led by a break in the decider, but Joint refused to be denied. Suddenly, the dream showdown was gone. In its place stood a rematch of one of the most heartbreaking defeats of Eala's career. A rematch against the same woman who had crushed her dreams in the 2025 Eastbourne Open final. A match where Eala held 4 championship points and came within a whisker of her first WTA title, only to watch Joint save all 4 and snatch victory in a dramatic 6-4, 1-6, 7-6-10 final. The defeat had brought Eala to tears, and Joint had tried to console her with the words, "We will definitely play in more finals." Now, 12 months later, they were meeting again, on the biggest stage of all. If Eala was haunted by the memory of Eastbourne, she certainly didn't show it. The Filipina sensation had entered Wimbledon on a wave of momentum, fresh off a stunning grass-court season that included a title at the Birmingham Classic and a semi-final appearance at the Berlin Open, where she had dismantled world number 2 Elena Rybakina and world number 8 Elena Svitolina. Her first-round demolition of Renata Zarazúa, a 6-1, 6-2 masterclass, had sent a clear message: she was here to win. Now, facing the woman who had denied her glory in Eastbourne, Eala was determined to rewrite history. "I had a really great match with Maya last year," Eala had said before the match. "So I'd love to have the chance to improve on some things that I could have improved from that match." Those words were not just polite press conference talk, they were a declaration of intent. Eala had studied her previous defeat. She had learned from it. And she was ready to exorcise the demons of Eastbourne. The rematch was set for Thursday, July 2nd, on court 12 at the All England Club. The stakes were astronomical. A victory would send Eala into the third round, potentially setting up a clash with defending champion Iga Swiatek. A loss would be a devastating setback, a reminder that the ghosts of Eastbourne still lingered. But Alex Eala was not interested in losing. She had come to Wimbledon to make history, and nothing, not even the woman who had broken her heart 12 months earlier, was going to stand in her way. From the very first point, it was clear that this was not the same Alex Eala who had faced Joint in Eastbourne. The Filipina was a woman possessed. Her ground strokes were lethal. Her serves were unreturnable. Her footwork was flawless. And her determination was absolute. Eala's aggressive baseline play, honed over years at the Rafael Nadal Academy, was simply too much for Joint to handle. The Australian, who had been buoyed by her victory over Serena Williams just 2 days earlier, looked utterly helpless against the onslaught. The scoreline told the story of a complete and utter domination. Eala dismantled Joint with surgical precision, dropping only a handful of games in a performance that left the crowd and commentators in awe. This was not the same Eala who had wept at Eastbourne. This was a champion in the making, a player who had evolved, matured, and transformed into a genuine contender for the Wimbledon title. The victory marked Eala's second Wimbledon main draw win and her first as a seeded player. She had not only avenged her Eastbourne defeat, she had made a statement to the entire tennis world. The Filipino community in the stands erupted with every point. The cheers echoed across the All England club. This was not just a tennis match. It was a national celebration. A Filipino had walked onto the most prestigious tennis court in the world and delivered a performance that would be remembered for generations. Eala's journey from the courts of the Rafael Nadal Academy to the hallowed lawns of Wimbledon was a story of resilience, determination, and unwavering belief. And now, she was ready for the next chapter. With the victory over Joint, Eala has set up a potential third-round showdown with defending champion Iga Swiatek. The Polish world number one has been in devastating form at Wimbledon, and she will be a formidable opponent. But Eala has already proven that she can beat the best. She has 5 top 10 wins to her name, including victories over Rybakina and Svitolina. She has the power, the speed, and the mental fortitude to go deep into this tournament. Eala's victory over Joint is a testament to her growth as a player. A year ago, she was a promising talent who came within a point of her first WTA title. Today, she's a Grand Slam seed who has made the second week of Wimbledon. The victory over Zarazúa and the destruction of Joint have proven that she belongs among the elite. She is no longer the young girl who wept at Eastbourne. She is a warrior. A gladiator. A champion in the making. The tennis world is watching. The Philippines is watching. And Alex Eala is ready for the challenge. A victory over Swiatek would be the biggest of her career, a moment that would catapult her to global superstardom. But Eala is not looking ahead. She is laser-focused on the task at hand, on the opponent in front of her, on the moment that will define her career. The girl from Manila has arrived. And she is ready to conquer the world. As the dust settles on court 12, the magnitude of what Alex Eala has achieved begins to sink in. She has not only avenged her Eastbourne defeat, she has announced her arrival on the sport's biggest stage. The destruction of Maya Joint was more than just a victory. It was a declaration. It was a statement that Alex Eala is no longer content to be a rising star. She is ready to claim her place among the legends of the sport. Eala's journey to this point has been anything but easy. She left her family in Manila as a teenager to train at the Rafael Nadal Academy in Spain, sacrificing the comfort of home for the chance to pursue her dreams. She has suffered defeats, injuries, and setbacks. She has faced doubters and critics who questioned whether a player from a nation without a tennis tradition could truly compete at the highest level. But she has persevered. She has worked tirelessly to refine her game, to strengthen her mental resilience, and to build the confidence that now radiates from her every movement. The victory over Joint is a testament to Eala's growth as a player. She has evolved from a promising junior into a legitimate WTA Tour threat. Her powerful ground strokes, her flawless footwork, and her unshakable composure under pressure were all on full display. The crowd, which had come to watch tennis, left having witnessed something far more significant, the birth of a legend. Alex Eala is no longer the future of Filipino tennis. She is the present. And if her performance at Wimbledon is any indication, the future is going to be absolutely spectacular. The girl from Manila has arrived, and the tennis world will never be the same.